Today on UI7 Newsbreak, we'll be hearing more about the debate between Congressman Davis and his Democratic opponent, Betsy Londrigan, at the WILL radio station in Urbana.
Plus, high school band students took the field at Memorial Stadium for the Marching Band Championships.
Then, a look at the Maker Lab on the University of Illinois campus that allows students to bring their ideas to life with free 3D printing every Wednesday.
Your UI7 Newsbreak starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Kira Kirsch.
And I'm Will Most.
Explosive devices have been intercepted that were addressed to Hillary Clinton and former President Barack Obama's homes. Another suspicious package was addressed to the Time Warner Center, which is home to CNN in New York City.
Investigators are working to find out if these packages are in connection with a pipe bomb found near the Clintons' house in New York earlier this week in George Soros' mailbox. The beliefs upon the information we have now are that all three packages are similar pipe bomb style. The New York Police Department bomb squad were the respondents in the mailroom that evacuated CNN's newsroom. Students are calling for the resignation of a University of Illinois law professor after accusations of sexual harassment. The college has made a second section of Jay Kassan's law class by another professor for those who wanted an alternative instructor of parent law.
The investigation into the sexual harassment allegations came to an end in 2017, concluding that Kassan was not guilty of violating the sexual misconduct policy. A recent request for the information made possible by the Freedom of Information Act has brought this information to the public through the university. Though the university staff has stayed as quiet as possible about the subject, the Illinois Student Bar Association has not. Their statement reads, "Professor Kassan has compromised the sacred trust between students and faculty. If a student is afraid to take a class due to fear of sexual harassment by the professor, then that faculty member is no longer a legitimate or effective member of our university community. Sexual harassment cannot be tolerated at any level." U.S. Representative Rodney Davis and his Democratic challenger, Betsy Londrigan, continue their series of debates at the WILL TV studio here in Urbana. UI7's Jessica Potempo will give us a closer look at the topics discussed by the candidates.
Incumbent Republican Representative Rodney Davis faces his Democratic challenger, Betsy Londrigan.
He's doing what he said he's going to do, and our farmers are going to.
Mainly because there's.
Where are you from?
It's going to be exciting.
Awesome. Well, it's very nice to meet you, and thank you. And the next generation, but we want to make sure these valuable programs are there for you.
Just listening already, and I've seen a lot of political ads he's done, and I've actually had cancer 5 times with pediatric cancer, and he supports it, and he's supporting the research and the funding of it, and that's a really good thing. His wife had colon cancer, and I had like ALL leukemia. A candidate who wants to goes with my beliefs and things, he agrees with things that I agree with, that's the person who I want to vote for.
Able to get her surgery after 6 months of chemotherapy, she's now cured.
Champaign-Urbana residents and students alike came to hear the candidates discuss issues important to them.
To be priced out of it. Jacqueline Driscoll is a reporter covering health, among other topics, for NPR Illinois.
If given the opportunity, the first thing that I would do is what the people of the 13th District are asking me to do, and that is to stand up, protect their health care.
That has come to see me. In 2017, when a crazed gunman from Illinois screamed
in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee. And
that's just huge. In like a big midterm election with the whole, in Trump, they probably are going to keep the Senate, but you never know about the House of Representatives, and this race could be a big factor in that.
When they're all free and they're all open to the public.
Sure.
Absolutely.
My name is Eric.
it's about a third of a generation.
Excuse us, we had some technical difficulties on those last stories. It was without audio. If you'd like to see the full package, you can see it on our YouTube page. Anyway, we are 30 days away from the statewide elections in Illinois. Voting will take place on Tuesday, November 6th. Here at the University of Illinois, voting on campus has gotten even more convenient for students. Early voting begins today and will continue all the way up until next week, the November 6th election day. There are nearly dozens of places in Champaign County where you can cast your vote and places right here on campus. Here are the locations for early voters on campus.
While Illini football was in a winter wonderland in Wisconsin, the wind was strong on a gorgeous Saturday at Memorial Stadium. Instead of pigskins, the field was full of instruments and vibrant colors. UI7's Ori Benatar shows us the pageantry and competition on display for the Illinois Marching Band Championships.
42 schools from across Illinois gathered at Memorial Stadium for the 48th State Marching Band Championships. One of the teams that faced the early afternoon gusts was University High School from Normal. Senior drum major Patrick Fitzgerald led the marching pioneers through the tunnel and will remember the scale of the competition.
I think the atmosphere of the stadium is pretty crazy. It's ginormous. Like usually at ISU, like the stadium's obviously a little, like the audience is on top of you, where at U of I, it's completely out there.
The smaller schools were classified into 3 fields for the morning and afternoon performances. Each band had to score big in 3 categories to stay in contention: music, visual, and general effect to the audience.
It's that annual time of year at Memorial Stadium where families, students, and everyone, 42 schools across the state, bringing in props, instruments, all kinds of stuff to be crowned the very best band in the state of Illinois.
The Marching Illini members gave an exhibition on Saturday and understand the work that the high schoolers put in. Mellophone player Elizabeth Fenella still recalls the time she gave to her high school band.
Throughout high school, it was just the most important thing to me. I spent hours every week doing it. My parents came to almost every one of my shows.
The crowd continued to grow as the trophy ceremony approached for classes 1A, 2A, and 3A. The chance for small schools to win some hardware is what makes the event special to the students.
It's awesome getting to see all the other bands come and get to come together and watch the U of I band and get to participate together. I think that's awesome.
The day ended with University High School finishing second in Class 3A. Muhammad Seymour High School took home the Class 3A title and the Small School Grand Championship. In Champaign, I'm Ori Benatar, UI7 Newsbreak.
Muhammad Seymour High School wasn't the only marching band that left Memorial Stadium as a champion. The day was capped off with the Granite City Marching Warriors scoring an impressive 83.5 to win the Class 5A title in the Large Schools Grand Championship for the 2nd year in a row. Another band that kept its class title from last year was Watsika of Class 1A. They won the Class 1A title and took all 3 classificational trophies.
The Maker Lab at the University of Illinois is taking 3D printing from novelty to reality. Students can bring their projects to life for free every Wednesday. From fidget spinners to mannequins, the 3D printing options are endless. If projects print in less than an hour and a picture is posted on social media, students can 3D print for free on Wednesdays from 1 to 7 p.m. The lab is located in the Business Instructional Facility and has 20 3D printers. Student volunteers spend hours in the lab cleaning the machines and switching out filament for different projects. They offer assistance setting projects up on the computer to help bring ideas to life.
Coming up, we have a look into how the Urbana-Champaign community is celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month with a walk.
Plus, the Illinois club hockey team takes the ice with a win.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
With the odds over 1 in 300 million, there is finally one lucky winner of the record-breaking Mega Millions jackpot. The winning ticket coming from South Carolina, the winner of the largest jackpot offered will get to choose if they get their $1.6 billion throughout the next 30 years or in a lump sum. This moment had Americans everywhere waiting tensely for an opportunity that had lower odds than being struck by lightning. Those who didn't get the opportunity to win the Mega Millions are not out of luck. Powerball is up next with a chance of $620 million.
October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Joining us here is UI7's Dan Girardi to tell us more about how a walk brought some pink to Urbana.
On Saturday, I stopped by the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk. The optimism and high spirits made it a fun and hopeful day for survivors and supporters alike. Cheering, bells, and noisemakers encouraged participants of the American Cancer Society's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk. Volunteers not only cheered on the walkers, but also handed out granola bars along the course. Walker Casey Buchanan says she walked for her mom.
My mom passed away of breast cancer 20 years ago, so it's really near and dear to my heart, and it's just really nice to come out here and support all the women going through it and that have gone through it.
Items like this boa were given out to help people sport their pink in fun ways. Having fun throughout the day helped to spread the message of staying upbeat and being hopeful in continuing the fight against breast cancer.
To me, that's exactly what it is. It's just hope and fun and bringing a good side that cancer does not have to be the worst thing in your life, and it can be the best. It just is a sense of your mentality and your attitude towards it.
Keys says she wanted to work with events like this because it is the same type of events that have helped her in her own battle with cancer.
Because I went to all these events when I was younger, when I was diagnosed, I had that sense of like, it's okay, and it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to freak out when you hear those words, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a death sentence. And I have found that through these events, and I'm hoping that regardless of where people are in their journeys, that they find that same thing.
Attractions at the park made it a memorable day for survivors and their families.
She's still young.
Yeah. Buchanan says many of her friends join her on walks like this.
We've been doing this for maybe about 8 years now, putting a team together and walking. A lot of us are just friends and coworkers, and we love this walk. We love this day.
In Urbana, Dan Girardi, UI7 Newsbreak.
Although this U of I sports team is just a club team right now, fans are still taking notice. UI7's Tim Griffin tells us more about the Illini Club hockey team.
The national ranking of number 4 in the country, the Illini hockey team is turning some heads across campus. While it may not be in the same conversation as football or basketball, for a club team, hockey can still hold its own. One of the guys helping this team rise to prominence is defenseman Joe Nolan. Nolan has some positive expectations for the Illini this year, and maybe even national championship aspirations.
We expect to play in the national championship game again, hopefully win this year. Came really close last year. We have a really good group of guys, a lot of returners. We have a good senior class that are really vocal and good leaders on and off the ice. So
Nolan played for the St. Louis Junior Blues before coming to Champaign-Urbana. Despite being a 21-year-old sophomore, club hockey has helped him fit right in.
With Illinois being such a good school and the fact that they just had a hockey team too, just worked out really well. I always knew I wanted to go here, so it was just a good combination.
Although Illinois hockey is just a club sport right now, once that puck drops, Illinois Ice Arena fills with fans.
Fans from all different ages have grown to enjoy watching some Illini hockey. With the possible transition becoming sanctioned by the NCAA, the Illinois Ice Arena, also called the Big Pond, might be a perfect atmosphere to do so.
My goalies are always the favorite because I used to play goalie.
In a study done by the NHL, Division I hockey would flourish here in Champaign-Urbana. Nolan has enjoyed his time here and appreciates the structure hockey has provided him.
Giving me some structure and a team to be around and a close group of friends.
Illini hockey swept Central Oklahoma over the weekend to keep their home record undefeated. They head to Lindenwood for a 2-game series this weekend. In Champaign, Tim Griffin, UI7 News.
That is all we have for this edition on UI7 Newsbreak.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.